Episode 57 with Vincent Valentine on the 9 Point Start with a Dream podcast.
Welcome to 9 Point Started with a Dream podcast. Our goal is to showcase the stories of athletes and the community that supports them by being authentic about their journey. Here's your host, Jacoby Gillum.
Yo, welcome back to the podcast. I'm your host, as always, Jacoby Gillum. This episode, we got my guy, Vincent Valentine, current Arizona Cardinal football player. And it's all about showing up and why he does. And it's because he wants to get back to the youth, and it's awesome to see someone who's willing to use their platform to make a difference, and I think so many athletes are doing the same thing, but we don't showcase it enough. We don't highlight that athletes are doing more in the community and what all they're doing to impact the next generation, and Vincent is doing all of that. He just launched his own academy in his hometown. And the reason why he started playing the game because he wanted to show, kids in his hometown that they can make it out, that they can do big things, whatever it may be. And it's inspiring, and it's something that we can all learn from and also just grow from and just what he's doing. So, hope you enjoy his story and his journey and just get inspired by what he's aiming to achieve this year. And let's get to it. All right, Vincent, the question that everyone that comes on is, when you're younger as an athlete, what was one of your bigger dreams, the goals you wanted to achieve?
So, growing up, I grew up in a rough environment, man. I really was always inspired by my hometown, which was Madison, Illinois, and it was a rough upbringing. I seen a lot of gun violence, a lot of trauma, a lot of kids growing up without parents, a lot of family members getting gunned down or whatever the case may be. And growing up, even before I started playing football, I just always wanted to inspire the youth. I always wanted to make a way, you know what I'm saying? Because I knew a lot of people who were living in my hometown would never make it out. And I wanted to be that inspiration. However I could do it, I wanted to do it. So I didn't even think that I would honestly be at the level that I'm at right now. But I wanted to use whatever platform I was able to use to inspire the youth, and so that's always been a passion of mine.
Man, I love that. I can tell that was like a genuine care. So for you, you have any siblings like that? Your only child?
Actually, no. I have two sisters. One's younger, one's older.
So kind of like having that mindset that I want to give back to the youth, no matter how this journey goes for me. How did you think I'm going to go about doing that?
Well, when I was younger, I honestly, like I told you, I didn't know what I would do. But growing up and coming into my own and developing myself, I've kind of figured out, how I wanted to inspire the youth, and that's why I created my sports academy. But also just being an example, you know what I'm saying? Just showing kids that there's more than that. You can do more than just sports. You know what I'm saying? A lot of especially kids of our color, we don't really see too many examples besides music and athletics. And so just obviously I know I fit into the athletics, but still being able to branch off and show kids that I can do more than just be an athlete.
Man, that's so true, because it's cause all we highlight on TV right now is we highlight the sports and we highlight the music side, and there's athletes like you that are out there, doing more than just the game. And I think we find a way to kind of showcase that more. We can really help young African Americans to say, hey, you can play the game, but the game can give you a platform to do more than you can ever imagine.
Exactly. And I feel like I also feel like a lot of athletes, they do have that want to, make a difference and to actually to try to make a change in our communities. But, sometimes I feel like they're moving in either fear or they just don't have the opportunities that opens up to them. So I feel like just being able to, connect and network with people that'll help those guys to elevate themselves is a huge thing, and I feel like that's why it's so important to use that platform.
So for you, when you were kind of just coming up, so when did you kind of follow the game of football?
So growing up, when I was younger, I was actually pretty big, and when I was young, I couldn't play until I was about 12. But I was always around the game. My dad was a little league coach, and so he had a baseball and a football team, and I would always be around him ever since I was knee high, and just growing up around older guys and just learning the ropes from them and listening to my dad coach, and so I always had a passion for the game, but I actually wasn't able to play football until I was about 12 years old. But I actually played basketball before I played football, and that was my first love. But football, man, once I got on that field, put on those pads and that helmet, man, it just changed my life, and I fell in love with the game, man. I had already loved it just watching it, and so I knew once I touched that field, it just changed my life.
Before that, it was basketball. What about basketball was like the thing for you?
I just feel like, basketball is just so much more. It's an exciting game. Like it's like it almost never dies down. So
Fast paced, everybody's moving.
Exactly, and then it's just you can show your athletic ability, man. It's just an amazing game, and it's obviously a game that you can play however old you get. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, you're not gonna be jumping around and doing all the crazy moves once you're super older. But like young, when you're from when you're young all the way until you're old, you can play basketball. So I feel like that just enticed me, and it really truly made me fall in love with the game.
And there's no helmet, so the crowd can see your face.
Right. The injury rate is way lower. So
yeah.
I actually, when I first started playing, I was offensive line, and I was pretty good, but I knew that I was more athletic than an offensive lineman, and I finally got to play defensive lineman my second year in the game, and I was playing both sides. And I feel like that's where my defensive game just really blossomed. I was so much more aggressive on the defensive side of the ball. In high school, I played defensive line throughout my whole high school years, and I played a little tight end, but I never really caught the ball. I just was more of a blocker. And so that was the extent of my offensive days. And once I got to college, I've been on the defensive side ever since.
At what point did it kind of hit you that I can be really good at this game?
Man, honestly, I knew that I had the talent. I knew that I had the ability, and I knew that I had the mindset also. But honestly, I dealt with a confidence issue going from high school. Like I always knew that I was good, but I just never knew how good I was. You know what I'm saying? I really couldn't see it. People would always tell me, you're so good, you're this. Coaches would tell me, you're good. But it was like it never really sunk into my spirit that I was as good as I was. And so I think that was a good thing, though, because it kept me pretty humble. You know what I'm saying? It kept me working hard, and it never let me settle. But I think I truly knew that I was able to play this game when I got my first offer, my first college offer, my sophomore year in high school from the University of Wisconsin. So that really just changed my life, man. And then once I got offered by Wisconsin, all the offers started flowing in, and then it just truly changed my life.
It took that one offer, and then it started snowballing in.
Definitely.
So, and this whole time, are you still in the same area growing up?
Yeah, my family is still back in the same area right now. Hopefully, pretty soon, once I get a new contract, I could get them out of there. But yeah, my family is still in the same place.
As you're growing up and you're kind of getting more involved in the game, you're kind of seeing your talent in the back of your mind. Is it still, how can I inspire the youth through this?
Oh, of course, that's always the goal. That's why I try to make sure that I make connections and I'm doing more than just than my job. Obviously, like my job comes first. But I'm still more than that at the end of the day, and I don't want my job to consume my life. So I try to make sure I'm learning off the field, learning about different things, and like I said, my heart is for the youth because they're our future. So just making sure that I'm doing everything that I can to make connections and to truly try to make a difference in the world besides what I'm doing.
Definitely, hey man, you definitely are, and I think because you're leading by example, and I think that's something that we can all learn from. Just like athletes that are willing to put it out there in a sense, to like say, I have this platform and I know that this game won't last forever, but how can I use it to make the most of more than just myself?
Exactly. Because I mean, like you said, NFL not for long, man, and that's with any professional sports, man. You just gotta take advantage of it while you got that time, and then get the most out of it and make it beneficial for you and the people that surround you. And so those are my goals, and that's what I want to continue to do.
So once you got that offer, in sophomore year, how did the rest of your high school career go?
Well, my junior and senior year was really good. I mean, after I got that offer, I truly didn't have to worry about college. I just continued to stay the route. Finally figured out what college I was going to. Took a few official visits. I visited the University of Florida, the University of Illinois, and then the University of Nebraska. And I ultimately came to the decision to go to the University of Nebraska. But the high school experience was great for me, man. I actually it was crazy because when I first my freshman year of high school, I was at a military academy, and it just wasn't the right fit for me. Like the school wasn't that good, and it was literally in the on the north side of St. Louis, and so it was a rough school, and we had like metal detectors at the door, and it was crazy. Like, and then the football team really wasn't that great, and I kind of figured that I wasn't gonna get any really good college looks, and so I ended up getting a guardianship to stay with my uncle and go to school about 30 minutes away in Illinois. And I actually had to I was still living back home, but I was catching the city bus to school every morning, so I had to wake up at like 6 in the morning and take like an hour commute to school for about two and a half years until I was able to drive. And so, man, that really like shaped me as a person because it just showed me my dedication of who I wanted to be and the lengths that I would go to be that person. And it was kind of, to me, it was kind of embarrassing getting off the bus because I was going to school with a lot of wealthy people, the people that didn't look like me, and so it was a culture shock almost for me. But thank God I'm a person that adapts pretty well, and so I was able to truly just get out of my head and just enjoy it, and people embraced me for who I was, and so it was amazing, man, and high school was great for me.
I think that's like the reality of a lot of athletes, or a lot of youth that having to maybe travel, to a different school to get the opportunity that they kind of really need to move forward. So for you, if you could talk to like any athlete out there that was kind of in the same shoes you were in, what would you say to them?
I would definitely tell them to keep an open mind about everything and just truly stay focused, because when you have so much going on around you, so many different changes, so many different atmospheres that you're in, just it's a lot to take in, and sometimes it can discourage you, sometimes it can encourage you, and sometimes you just won't know how to feel. So just staying focused and truly just loving what you do, you know what I'm saying? Loving your youth and just try to, be as best of a person that you can, because I feel like just the universe works like that. And what you put out is what you'll get in it. I mean, what you put out there in the universe is what you'll get out of it. So just being a great person and just continuing to focus on what you want in life. And I feel like that's what helped me as well, is just knowing what I wanted when I was younger and not letting anything kind of distract me. You know, in high school, it's so easy to get distracted. You know, you're around girls, your hormones are raging, you know, and it's parties and whatever the case may be. And you're a kid, so you don't know much.
We think you know it all, though. We think you're like I know what's going on. And you think you right.
Exactly. That ego starts to really creep in, and so truly just focusing in and staying humble is the biggest thing that helped me. Just staying humble and respecting everybody, no matter what the race, creed, color, whatever the case may be. Just giving everybody respect because that's what you want back.
Love it, man. So now we're at the next level. We're at University of Nebraska. You know, we're on we have a new platform, and really opportunity to kind of get closer to, you know, being that dream. What was it like?
Man, Nebraska also was a culture shock, man, because obviously, you know, once you go to college, I was really close with my family, and so it was scary for me, man. I just remember when my parents dropped me off at the dorm, man, and I went in. And I ain't gonna lie, I kind of cried because I was like, man, I was scared. I didn't know anybody. I was nervous. It was my first time truly being away from my family and not knowing what was going on, and so I was scared, man. But then when I finally just warmed up and got to meet my teammates and new friends, it just became an amazing experience. And in football, it was tough. Like the college workouts, the college schedule, the college grind, all of that, it was tough. But having my boys that was all going through the same thing, that were like minded, really helped me out. And I feel like that was the key in college, just being around guys that want the same thing as you. And I know you're gonna have your fun in college. You're gonna enjoy college. I enjoy college a lot, and so but staying focused is the main key in college as well, because you don't have that family discipline around you to keep you on schedule. You really have to truly come into your own and make sure that you're disciplined, that you're self-disciplined. And so Nebraska was amazing, man. The facilities, state of the art, the academics are great. The coaches were great, man. It was just a great time, and they treated us amazing out there. So I loved it.
What was the biggest adversity you kind of faced during that college career, though?
The biggest adversity, I would say, I would probably say, for me, football-wise, it would be just staying in shape, because I was a bigger guy, and so the workouts were like another level. Like I had never experienced workouts like these in my life, and so just honestly, just keeping myself in shape and keeping my mind right, because it was times where I just wanted to quit and be like, I'm done with this. Like, and it was just during workouts. I was good on the field once we got out there playing in the past, but workouts will make me just want to quit. And so I feel like that was the biggest adversity. I had to just get over that hump and just push through, and it made me mentally stronger and physically stronger. And with academics, I would say just honestly managing my academics with my football schedule, because it was tough, man. We would have long days, and we would get done, and you finally get back to the dorm. You gotta do homework and write papers and things like that, and it was tough, man, because you know you're exhausted from workouts. You're exhausted from the day. The only thing that's really on your mind as a football player is football, and then coming back after class, after football, and just having to deal with that academic, the homework and the papers and all that. That was also tough for me, but I got it done, man. So
Oh man, I can relate to all that. I remember
Yeah.
like my freshman year at OU, like we had to do thing called grass track, and
Yeah.
it was literally like a field that someone mowed a lawn and made it a track. Man, we had to run that thing, and I'm a short dude, so my legs aren't used to doing laps. And he said, "Yeah, dude, 2 laps." I was like, bruh, my heart stopped. I was like, I ain't in,
Right.
in my in my bout this life, you know. So I get it for sure. So
Definitely.
so you got the opportunity to go NFL, and how was that feeling? Just thinking back from the kid who just wanted to make a difference in the community to now say I have a chance to make it to the best league for this sport.
Yeah, man, it was amazing. When I finally came to the like when I finally came to the realization that I would have the chance to make it to the NFL, it was just like a dream come true. Because it's like I grew up watching the NFL. Like my dad would have his friends over the house every Sunday, and we would be in the basement watching NFL for the whole day, the whole night. And so, it was always something that I loved. And honestly, when I was watching when I was younger, I'm like, man, these dudes are huge. These dudes are strong. Like I don't know if I could actually make it on this level. But obviously, I didn't know how big and strong I was, and but it just really like was life changing when I finally realized that I could make it to the NFL. And coaches would tell me that, man, coaches at the NFL are looking at you. They talking about you. And so it really just it inspired me. But when I actually came out, I came out a year early, and all the scouts and coaches were just dogging me out, saying all these things about me or whatever, and they said that I would go undrafted. And so I mean, obviously they gave me motivation. Like I didn't really pay attention to it too much because I knew who I was, I knew what I was capable of. But oh yeah, all the reports were saying that I was going to go undrafted and all this. But I just worked. I just continued to work, and I ended up getting drafted in the third round. And I think it shocked a lot of people as well. But it was a blessing for me, man. I thank God every day because I knew that it wouldn't happen without my faith, and it wouldn't happen without my belief in myself. And so um, those things go hand in hand.
Love that, man. And it's almost like everyone doubted you, saying you can go undrafted, and you go, third round. And what? Third round is that what? That's first? What second day still, right? Or the first day now?
That's the second day.
Second day, yeah. But it's still like you went from people saying you're going to go undrafted to third round. That's a far jump.
Definitely, definitely.
We got to the NFL, almost like another culture shock for you.
Oh, of course, man. It was just you at the elite level, so everything is handled just business like, and you just got to. It's something that you have to learn. And my rookie year, man, it was one of the longest years of my life, and it was so tough, but it was definitely worth it, um, because how it ended up. But yeah, man, it was tough. You had to really come to work and handle your business every day. You had to stay focused, and it was a culture shock, like you said. And so, but it was great, man. I ended up winning a Super Bowl ring my rookie year, so it was amazing.
Got the bling already, man.
Definitely.
That's what's up. So with this whole like NFL, how many years are you so far in the league?
Well, this will be my fourth year coming
Your
up.
your fourth year. So in these 4 years, so say there's some rookie coming in right now, trying to about to taste the league. What would you want them to learn from your journey so far?
Definitely stay focused, man. You know, in the NFL, it's a whole different level. Like distractions are, like they say, new levels, new devils. Like
Mm,
distractions are at an all-time high when you make it to the NFL. So just staying focused on your craft, making sure that you taking care of your body, getting your adequate rest, and just making sure that you're focused. Like I think that's the biggest thing, because it's so easy to get sidetracked, and it's so easy to just fall into that lifestyle and not truly worry about the work that you're putting in, and just taking care of your body. That's a huge thing. Just eating right, and making sure that you're resting, and making sure that whatever you put in your mind is good, because it's a rough game, and it's a long season, like super long, and very hard on your body. So those are the things that I would tell a rookie that was coming in the league.
Because your body is your bread and butter right there.
It is. Yeah. It really is. And if you don't have that body, you can't do nothing else. So.
No. So now you're out here in the desert, playing for the Cardinals.
Mm-hmm.
So outside the game, I talked a little bit before, like you have an academy. So can you kind of explain more on that?
Yeah, definitely. So my academy, man, it basically started off, like I told you, I was inspired when I was young. It was truly just a dream of mine to be able to take care of the youth. I felt like this idea was amazing to me, and I came together with my coach in high school and my dad, and we kind of put it all together. It provides kids basically like a challenging and competitive environment. It truly gets them ready for even life beyond the playing field, you know what I'm saying? And it's designed more for disadvantaged youth, kids that really wouldn't have the same opportunities as kids that would be at bigger schools, but it's also designed for everybody. The pillars of the academy: academic excellence. It provides support, enhances the academic success of the kid. A commitment to athletics, obviously. We provide coaches, and we do more than just football. Like we actually had a soccer camp about I would say about a couple months ago, and it was an amazing turnout. We do personal development, whatever may be going on in the kid's life, showing them ways to deal with those things, and setting values on their lives, and setting goals in their lives, and learning truly how to have responsibility for everything that they have going on. We also work with the career development, which is figuring out what the kid will want to do, in college. What would he want to major in? What are they passionate about? And making sure that they have productive lives, especially after football, after sports, because everybody doesn't make it. Everybody isn't a professional athlete. Mm-hmm. And so make sure you have that lined up for life after sports. And then community service is huge also. And it's huge just because that's huge on my heart. That's why I created the academy. And so making sure that kids want to give back to their communities, because that's who raised them, that's who created them, and made them who they were. And so the community is just amazing. The community is just a huge beneficial part of the academy.
That's dope, man. Just that you're taking that on to make an impact that will reach more athletes than you ever know.
Definitely.
Because that one athlete's going to do it, and say their coach one day is going to help other athletes, and it's going to keep trickling down. So you're really kind of helping build a generation.
Definitely, and I just truly wanted to do it for the kids, and I feel like that's what makes it more. It makes it more rewarding, because I'm not doing it for the money. I'm not worrying about what I can get out of it. I just want to touch. Even if we only touch one kid's life, then I feel like that's more amazing to me than nobody. You know what I'm saying? So, it's just truly just being a help and being a light in this world that a kid can see and become inspired by.
Love that, man. Because at the end of the day, we won't all make it to that next level, but it's just like deciding like what's your version of greatness?
Exactly.
What do you want to achieve? So as you kind of go into this new year, you're heading to this Arizona summer heat. So what's next for you, man?
Well, definitely establishing myself out here, and making some good connections. You know what I'm saying, and truly just getting acclimated to this to this Arizona heat. And so that's just the biggest thing. Just staying focused out here and getting back on the right track. You know what I'm saying. Last year was a rough year for me, but this year it's already been amazing, and I expect the trend to continue throughout the year, and it's just gonna be an amazing year. I'm excited about it.
Definitely, you got to manifest that stuff. Just like I said earlier, you got to attract what you want
Exactly. Put it into the universe, and it's gonna come right back to you.
to you. Love it. So this academy, you have a website that we kind of mentioned right now, website or anything we can plug about it?
Yes. So the academy is v2academy.org. You can check it out. It's an amazing website. It looks a little bit better on a laptop, but it's also pretty good on the phone. And so check that out. It's amazing.
Awesome. And for you right now, social media, anything we can kind of plug for you?
Yep, definitely. My Instagram is vrvj99, and then my Twitter is the real vrvj.
Love it, man. I love to have you kind of like talk to some athletes that we kind of have on 9 Point, and just because I'm really big on the youth. Kind of for me, I was this kid that had all this ambition but didn't know how to get there. And I think like having athletes like you that are willing to go back and kind of share your knowledge with these kids can really help change generation.
Of course, and I'm looking forward to it, man. I'm excited. Whenever you need me, I'm there. So just let me know.
Hey, likewise. If you ever need anything, just let me know.
All right.
All right, boss, man. Appreciate you coming on.
I appreciate you having me.
Yo, thanks for listening to this episode of the 9 Point Started with a Dream podcast. If you enjoyed this episode, please comment, share, leave a review. We would love to hear your thoughts. You can find more athlete-driven content at 9point.com. Till the next episode, you're only one opportunity away. Peace.